we're in the locker room.
How you guys doing today?
Great.
Any Falcon fans in here?
Sure.
Any other fans in here? No?
We're all Falcon fans today.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I
We're
love
all
that.
Falcon fans today.
Rise up, rise up.
Rising up.
All right, so again, my name is Brian. Welcome to the Atlanta Falcons locker room. I'm gonna give you a couple facts about the Atlanta Falcons locker room. In this locker room right now, we have a total of 70 lockers, but additionally, if you see those red and black lockers right here behind you guys, those are for the practice squad because, you know, of course, when it's season, it's preseason right now. We cut players, trade players, add them to the team, and we have a family room. So say if you are a member of the player of the team, we have a specific room if they do not want to be, I guess, in the stands. We offer them food, of course, to make them feel like they're at home. So it's a lounge area. It's like set up kind of like a luxury living room style. Fans like the parents, the grandmas, the girlfriends, the wives, and everything, they can also watch TV and they'll watch them on the game as well. We also have something that the Saints don't have, which is showers. Every game day, they bring in 4,000 pounds of equipment, which is equivalent to 2 tons. And they also use over 1,500 towels a game. That's over 10,000 towels, easily. Anybody wants to watch their towels? No? What about for 6 figures? Okay. All right, he said, yeah, okay.
Okay, so I met Coop about 4 years ago on a flight from Indianapolis to LA on Christmas Day.
2015.
2015, he remembers the exact year. I was flying and he came on. He had his niece and nephew with him. He was taking them to Hawaii for Christmas and New Year's. They were going to drive the Tesla from
Portland, Seattle to LA.
And to LA, I remember. And Coop gave us a nice Christmas gift, me and my crew. He bought us tickets to the Lakers game, our box. We had a box for the game on Christmas. It was so cool. Fast forward 2 years ago, this Tesla hat walked on board of my flight. Was it Columbus? I don't know.
I don't know that one.
but
it happened again.
On,
we were reunited.
We were. I saw the hat and I was like, Coop? And he looked up and he was like, oh my gosh.
She recognized me before I recognized her.
I mean, it was so
it's normally
amazing.
the other way around.
Yeah, it was so cool. So after that, we kept in contact. So this year, I called Coop and I say, hey, guess what I'm about to do? He said, what are you doing? I said, I'm going to get a Tesla.
Yeah, she did. Let's go see this thing.
Yeah, you have to meet her.
We got to meet her. What'd you name her?
Bonnie.
Bonnie. Okay. It didn't register to begin with.
Yeah.
So it's thinking in now.
It's like Bonnie and Clyde, you know, we're like riders together.
So we got to pull Bonnie over. Where's Bonnie? Right here? Oh, yeah. Wow.
Stop sign took a turn for the worse. She said, listen, baby, you can hear the engine rain. We've been up and down this highway, haven't seen a goddamn thing. He said, call the doctor, I think I'm gonna crash. The doctor say he's coming, but you gotta pay him cash. They went rushing down that freeway, mess around and got lost. They didn't care, they were just dying to get off. And it was life in the fast lane. Sure to make you lose your mind. Life in the fast lane. Life in the fast lane. Everything. All the time. Life in the fast lane.
Okay, we're getting ready to head out, but we got the jersey from Jimmy Chitwood. If you haven't seen it, it is a must-see film. It's called Hoosiers, and it's a movie about a small town Indiana school when there wasn't class basketball and it was wide open, and the little Milan had to play Indianapolis for the state title. And watch the movie, tell me about the jersey.
She grew up in an Indiana town, had a good-looking mama who never was around, but she grew up tall and she grew up right with them Indiana boys on an Indiana 9. Well, she moved down here at the age of 18. She blew the boys away, it was more than they'd seen. I was in.
Oh, can I get your autograph? Can I sign my checkbook, please? I think it's awesome what you're doing. It's so sick.
The first time in 2016 when we got to the desert at Kingman, Arizona, and we were going through stretches of 100 miles with no services, over 100-degree heat. We shouldn't have been out there doing it. And I knew that I was hurting, but I wanted to get everybody back to civilization again before we stopped. And my feet had swollen so much that I couldn't really get my tennis shoes back on. So me and my sister walked in under my own power to the ER in Kingman, Arizona. And we go in, and the doc sees me. He sets me up, tells me to sit up there, and he's like, "Dude, what are you doing?" I said, "Well, we're dribbling a basketball across the United States."
Yeah.
And he's like, "How old are you?" I said, "Well, I'm 50. I'm doing this for my 50th to honor Mom." And he's like, "You know, I'm an active runner. I'm 35, and there ain't a chance I'd be out there trying to do what you're doing." So he starts looking at me, and he's like, "Get those shoes off." And I took the shoes off, and the sweat and the odor was so bad. He's like, "Oh man, put those things back on. Come on now." Anyways, he feels my calves, and he's like, "What you've got here is you're desalted and you're dehydrated, and you're just a few steps away from, I believe it's called compartment surgery. And what they do there is they open you up and cut away muscle tissue." He's like, "What you have to do is take 2 weeks off and elevate your legs and keep them packed in ice. And you can probably heal up and not have to have the surgery." Well, anyways, we didn't take 14 days off. Yeah, I don't know the exact, but I think it was about 7.
So what were you trying to do?
We had to. I was hurting bad, and I could barely walk. But we got healed up, and we took off again. I ran into a lot of folks today, and
So you won't do that.
they were all very concerned for me. But we've ran in this before. We're trained for this, and yes, it's still dangerous. But when you train for something, you can accomplish a lot. Started at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium on Monday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and we're trying to go as far as we can and smart and healthy and not overheating or dehydrating or desalting.
Oh, yeah.
And our goal is to do 30 miles a day. Last night, we went longer than normal because it was 100 degrees yesterday.
Yeah, I got up to 106 with the heat index.
Yeah. So where did we end up? Randomly. Right here at the Farmer's Produce.
Come on in, man. All the stuff we get from the farms around here in Georgia and stuff like that. We do make some of the stuff ourselves, like our pickles over here. We've got pickles, we've got regular pickles, we've got jalapeno pickles.
Jalapeno pickles. You got to try these. This is the first time I've sampled this, and I already know you can't eat just one. You can't. So here goes number 2. Yeah, that's the way we drink where I grew up. Right out of the spigot. Looky there. This is the man right here. I'll carry one. We'll put the other 2 in the cart. But randomly, we ended up here last night in the dark, and we knew we were supposed to be here when we saw the farmer's market. And we got to meet Austin, and he told us a lot about his the KJ's market, and the hospitality it's been out of this world spectacular. So they cook barbecue on Fridays and Saturdays. Sunday?
Not yet.
Not yet. Friday and Saturdays barbecue. We will be back to chow down. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
We'll see ya.
Come on, feel the noise. Girls, rock your boys. We'll get wild, wild, wild. Wild, wild, wild. So you think I got an evil mind? I tell you, honey, I don't know why. I don't know why. So you think my singing's on inside? It makes me money. I don't know why. I don't know why anymore. Oh no. So come on, feel the noise. Girls, rock your voice.
The first thing they need to know is they want to know, why are you doing this? Are we trying to get kids to go out and people to dribble across the country? No. What we're showing them is the endurance, the resolve to never give up and keep on going. Getting ready to go up to the campus and the stadium and take a tour of the stadium. But as we was dribbling by here last night, we saw this, and one of my dear friends, Les Bunner, he painted this. I saw it, and I'm like, I'm supposed to have that painting. When my mother passed away, she asked my sister to sing one song. She had Denise sing The Rose. That's why the painting is so meaningful. But why did we stop here? Why did we come back here? We dribbled this already yesterday. Honeysuckle Rose is Willie's motorhome on the road.
Hi, how you doing? I was just wondering what you were doing, that's all.
Yeah, well, we're dribbling the basketball. We started this time at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We're on our way to UG right now. We made it in there last night too. So you run this World of Futons.
That's actually my shop.
Sweet.
Yeah.
How long you been at it?
Well, I've been working there for 8 years, but I own it for 2 years now. My name's Addison. I'm actually the grandson of the person who started it all. So David Frederick is actually one who started it. He lived in that hippie commune in Connecticut. He learned how to make futons there. When he came down here, he started working construction. He told his construction buddies he was going to make a futon shop. Nobody knew what those were. That's him in his front yard selling futons. There's all the bales of cotton. He actually sold the business, I think, in '93. Then he went up and cooked for Mitsukushi. And he started pretty much cooking for people who had like tumors. One of my favorite stories is there's a guy who had a golf ball sized tumor inside of his stomach. So what he did was he cooked some type of rice for like 11 hours. It turns into a glue, but pretty much it stopped up the guy's insides and starved out the tumor. In about 8 months, he was on horses and doing the things that he was doing before. But before that, the doctors told him that they couldn't do anything for him, that he's kind of a lost cause. But after that, my mother got into an accident. He came back down here to take care of her. There was a British guy who came into town. He bought the store from the big company. And then the British guy pretty much found my grandfather and was like, hey, you want your business back? He was like, I kind of want to get out of it. And my grandfather was like, yeah, I think that was in 2001. And then after that, he pretty much ran the business until about 2017 when I bought it. I've been working here for about 8 years. Oh, that's Aria. She's here every day. Well, for the most part. She is the shop dog. She doesn't know how to be on camera. Everybody comes in and loves on her.
Slipping, slipping, slipping into the future.
So we started off today heading in to take a tour, Stagman Stadium, and we met up with Coach Jay. We can't thank Coach Green and Coach Jay enough for taking a moment to share right before their practice to let us see inside. But anyways, let's go out and see how many we can get in before sundown and keep on.
We don't have enough to eat. Shoe the children with no shoes on their feet. How's the people living in the street? Oh, there's a solution. I want to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I want to fly like an eagle till I'm free. Right through the revolution. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping